Today I'm going to talk about my favorite game mechanism in a game that I will say in a second, or that you already know because you read the subject line of this video. But first I want to say that if you are a regular subscriber to this channel, you probably know that I'm talking and filming this and sharing this on an irregular day. Usually I record on Tuesday and Friday. This week I am recording on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and I will probably do that for the foreseeable future because the backlog of games that I intend to talk about and share my favorite game mechanisms in has grown so long because I play a lot of new games, or new to me games, that I'm never going to catch up unless I do 3 videos a week. So I'm going to try this for a little while. If it's annoying, let me know in the comments. If you're okay with it, let me know as well, and I'll keep up this pace for as long as I can. I enjoy talking about game design on this channel. The game I'm going to talk about is Oracle of Delphi. It's a Stefan Feld game that is not a point salad game like many Stefan Feld games, but it still has the same feel of, hey, there's a lot of things you can do. You can do them in different orders and in different ways, and that'll add up to either a victory or a loss at the end of the game. I had low expectations for it, but I really enjoyed this game. And one of my favorite things, or my favorite game mechanism in the game, has to do with the dice. At the end of your turn, you roll 3 dice, and the icons that show up on those dice kind of guide you in what you will do on your next turn. So you're preparing and thinking about your next turn. Also, on your player mat, you have, I think it's called either a god track or a cult track. And on this track, I think it's a god track, because there are 6 Greek gods that start as tokens on the bottom of this track. And on your turn, there's a way that you can move up a token a couple layers on the track. I think 1 or 2 layers. There's a couple bonuses you can get that move up these gods. And once they get to the top of the track, at any time you can activate that god for a one-time bonus that drops them back down to the bottom of the track. And the bonus is always a good thing. In fact, it's a great thing. It's one of the best moments of the game when you get to use one of these bonuses, because they're really powerful abilities. The really fun and clever mechanism here is that when I roll my dice at the end of my turn, if any of the symbols on those dice match one of the gods on another player's or any other player's track, a god that has already been activated, so a god that isn't at the base level but has at least been moved up to the first level by the player, so they've chosen to activate that god. Say it's the black one. If I, on my turn, roll the black icon, if you have activated that black god icon, that token, you get to move it up 1 space on the track. Move it 1 space closer to that super powerful ability. Say I rolled black, blue, yellow, and you had black, blue, and yellow gods higher than the first level. You would only get to choose one of them. So it would be broken if you could use all 3 of them. You get to activate one of them and move it up 1 space. What I love about this, it's one of those little things in games that means that some of the fun things that are happening in the game happen when it's not your turn. It doesn't take it takes a very base level of thought if I'm deciding between black, blue, or yellow, say. But for the most part, it requires very little thought. But it's still really fun to be engaged in that way. And there's still a player choice involved. So it's not just a free thing that you get just because you're playing the game. The choice involved, as is the case in games like Settlers of Catan and Machi Koro, there's a choice involved, which is I've had to choose to activate those gods and get them started moving up the track. Because if I don't activate them, I'm not going to get that bonus when other people start rolling the dice. It's the type of thing that made me start, while we were playing, I was already thinking about the next time I play Oracle of Delphi, because the next time I play, I want to make sure that early on in the game, I activate a few of those gods that I definitely want to use, or all of them. Maybe I'll spend my first few turns just activating gods so that I get all those free bonuses as other people are rolling their dice. I'm excited about that potential. Even when I was playing my first game, I was excited about thinking about that for the next game. So anyway, I love things in games where some of the fun things that are happen when it's not your turn, and when those things do good things for what you're doing. That's the most vague statement I could possibly make, right? But I'm trying to keep it vague because I'm sure there are many other games that do this, where things that other players do good things for you. And I'd love to hear about your favorite example in the comments. or if you've played Oracle of Delphi and you have the same or different mechanism, favorite mechanism that you'd like to share, I'd love to hear that as well. Thanks.